tuning into Sin's Workshop. Hope you're having a wonderful day. So, today we're going to be talking about Sacrifice by Rin Chubeko. This is a, young adult horror that is steeped in a lot of East Asian folklore and myths. And you know what? It was really good. I do have some misgivings about the ending, but we'll get to that in a second. First of all, the way the novel starts, that first line, nobody tells Hollywood about the screaming. I mean, talk about good first lines. The book follows a crew from Hollywood. Basically, they're trying to do like a ghost hunting TV show on this haunted island because it has a lot of myths about it. You know, people have killed on this island because they believe that a sleeping god is on the island. They want to release him or be granted his power by him for making 8 sacrifices. And there are supposed to be 8 sacrifices. So the goal is for the crew to go there and film. Alon is basically like the tour guide. He's the only one who's willing to really watch over them on the island, mainly because he doesn't want them to die for their curiosity. It's just like, I'm coming so that I can warn you. And he does. He gives them lots and lots of warnings. Like, we really shouldn't be doing this, but let me just watch over you guys. Make sure you all don't kill yourselves. He has a sense of responsibility for them. I mean, they are a non-binary character. Sorry. They do have this sense of, they want to take care of the people, you know? They don't see them as bad people. They don't see the crew from Hollywood as bad people, just misguided, you know? Alon doesn't believe that they should die for their curiosity. So he serves as their tour guide, and you see through him, I mean, I will say this, the atmosphere and the eeriness, it does rely heavily on Alon's perspective, because you get that unsettlingness from watching those hauntings come alive, watching the curse take shape. I mean, when that sinkhole appears and you see this tree emerge and there's a corpse in it, you're just like, okay, something is wrong. Like, we should just get the F out of here. That would be my first thing. I'd be like, all right, I'm out. Corpse in a tree, I'm out. That would be me. I'm like, no amount of money is going to keep me on this cursed island. Nope, no thank you. Especially one where people have been sacrificed on it. And it's not like ages ago. Recently, within like the past 2 decades, a cult formed and did sacrifices. So it's just like, nope, I'm out. And a lot of people do. So through Alon, we're watching everything take place. We're watching the hauntings come alive. We're watching the curse take form because Alon has a healthy fear of this island, but not just fear or respect of the island. It's just like, look, if you just respect the island and you mean it no harm is going to come to you. So they are very wary. They do have this kind of relationship bond with the island. And it really does add to that eeriness and that creepy factor. I mean, every time they turn around and they see one of the beings, it's like it has a face, but it doesn't really have a face. It's just like a mouth. It reminds me of a movie where the xenomorphs from Covenant. Aliens Covenant. Is that it? Sequel to Prometheus? I believe that. The white ones. That's the image I got when I was picturing them come alive. I'm like, oh, that's what those reminded me of. There we go. Couldn't pinpoint it when I was reading it, but there we go. That's what they remind me of. It's just like this tall white being that's just like has like a mouth with like a lot. Yeah, basically one of those white xenomorphs. I mean, come on. And I'll say this as well. I really love the feel of the novel. It does feel very cinematic. And I think that that's important considering we are following a crew from Hollywood. You know, they're here to film something. So you do get kind of like that Blair Witch Project feel when you're reading this book. It's very vivid. Chipek was very good at detail with really getting in your head. You can see it play out as you're reading it. And that's really good when it comes to that eeriness and that atmospheric creepiness, because you want to be submerged in it, especially if you are reading a ghost story, because it's a ghost story. Like, you want a nice little thrill. This is definitely a good book. I mean, it plays like a movie in your head. It really did remind me of Blair Witch Project in that kind of feel, the atmospheric tone, as we're watching through Alan's eyes everything that's happening, especially when shit hits the fan about a third of the way through. The pacing, it just skyrockets. It's like bam, 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 bam. It does not relent. It is so good. It's like, okay, we're in the third act. You are in it, and you are watching it, and you are reading it, and it is great. My only misgivings about the ending is it seemed very abrupt. It seemed a little rushed. I think it could have easily been another 50 to 100 pages without really dragging the story. I think the conclusion of the story, it felt very rushed. And I don't know if that's because I was just like so in it with the pacing, because it was incredibly fast, that last part. Incredibly fast. Maybe that's part of it, but overall, I really do think the book was really good. I mean, I love that. I love the cinematic feel of it. You know, I don't really get that a whole lot when I read books. Yeah, you know, they kind of play in my head, sure. I think all readers can say that, but it really did feel like a movie. It really did feel cinematic without losing that characterization, not losing that rising tension and plot development. It was very, very good and very, very well executed. So 4 to 5 stars. I'm going to give it 4 to 5 stars. If you want to purchase the book, I will include links in the description below to purchase it. And on that note, I hope you all continue to support me here by liking this video, subscribing, and sharing it with all your book-loving friends. You can also become a supporter on Buy Me a Coffee, or by making a one-time donation to my Etsy page. Yes, by purchasing a candle. I hope you all have a great and wonderful rest of your day. And as always, happy reading.